Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Halacha Day number 1932. Halacha Day keeps the Yetzer Hara way, dedicated in loving memory of Daniela Bas Tzvi Neshama Shem Aliyah. Her soul should be elevated in the merit of today's halacha, and we're up to a new chapter in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, which is really a book of 221 chapters of Jewish law, covering the entire spectrum, pretty much, of Judaism. So if you learn this, you know a lot, and if you remember it. So here we go, the new chapter, chapter 101, laws concerning preparation on the first day of Yom Tov for the second day or for a weekday. So let's see. In other words, you're not supposed to cook on Yom Tov for the next day, whether it's the second day of Yom Tov or even for a weekday. So certainly for a weekday. So let's see. All malacha, right, which is really prohibited labor. He says in the footnote, this includes even such chores that are not halachically considered malachas. Okay. All malacha that is permitted on Yom Tov is permitted only if it is necessary for that day. But to prepare on the first day of Yom Tov for the second day, even of Rosh Hashanah, and certainly for a weekday, is forbidden. However, if you need to cook for that day, you are permitted to take a larger pot and fill it with meat or something similar, even though you do not need so much for that day, and leave some for the evening or for the next day. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. It says here, only in the case of cooked food is this permitted because it tastes better when a large quantity of meat is cooked in one pot. So it says the footnote at the bottom, the halacha is that if you put it on the fire at one time, you are permitted to do so with all foods, since you are not performing additional labor once it is on the flame, once it's on the fire. Regarding meat dishes, however, you are permitted to add to the pot even after it is on the fire. Okay. So he says here, this is permitted provided you do not expressly state that the leftovers will be for the night or for the following day, right? Because then it's clearly obvious why you're doing it. It should be cooked without mentioning anything at all. Says the footnote, if you have already eaten that day, you may not cook a pot for the following day, even if you eat a piece of it today. If you intentionally did it anyway, you may use it if you eat a piece of it today. The Eliyahu Rabbah rules that it is permitted even if you intended to eat a piece of it, but ended up not doing so. Pri Chadash and Van Gaon rule, even if you eat a piece of it, it is forbidden, for it was done with dishonest intent. So just be careful what you're doing, okay? In the case of other foods, that was all cooked foods. In the case of other foods, it is forbidden to add to that day's needs, if even a little additional labor is entailed because of adding to it. So again, this leniency of cooking on Yom Tov is really just for the day. Remember that. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Future Halacha 36, 100 for the gold. Have a great day.